Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to go over CRO. So CRO right now is trading at 1171, 24-hour volume, we're up 480%, and market cap, we're up 10.25%. So heading over to the chart here, I'm going to start on a weekly chart, our day, and then 1 hour for short immediate term. And what we can see here, I have zoomed out, just essentially taking a look at some key areas of resistance. So what we can see so far in this week, we have a really good candlestick itself. The body itself is growing bigger as the volume itself is getting stronger as well at 71 million trades. The previous week here, we had 61 million. So considering that we still have 2 more days in our week itself, we are going to come up and retest our 78% of our fib at 1228 here. So far we had a high of 1235, and we're going to take a look at shorter time frames as well to take a look at some characteristics for the price to come up. Now, what we can see from the previous week here in our RSI of this indicator at the very top is we saw a crossover of our K line and our D line here, essentially giving us a good area of buying opportunities as soon as it crosses over, and we're considered to be oversold here, which essentially occurred at 18%. So we're getting stronger in the considerably undersold portion of it, because if we see on CRO back here, it was simply at 0.0 until we can see price increase, and we see that really nice pullback there. So as I zoom out, we're going to take a look at key areas of resistance here, and we've got 2 areas of resistance that we can see already. Again, at the 78% here, simply put, a lot of candlesticks here in the week of August 29th and September 5th, and then also September 12th last week was considerably rejected from this area. Now, if we're taking a look at long-term resistance line, if we are able to break through that resistance, then essentially our next resistance line is at 1380, and then ultimately at this peak here at the 1615. Notice as well that the Bollinger Bands are squeezing in, meaning lower volatility, as well of a breakout either in an uptrend or downtrend. And if we want to make sure that CRO does break out in an uptrend, we need to retest our 20 moving average, which is this orange line. Once we see the Bollinger Bands pinch, it is going to give us that hint of a breakout occurring. And if we are above the 20 MA, most likely it is going to break out in an uptrend. Going into our daily chart here, you guys, we can see the huge volume that pumped in today. Again, for CRO, we are up 489% on a 24-hour time frame, and we can see this huge candlestick itself. So in the rally for today, we're going to go into an hour time frame to take a look at what that looks like, but we can see the candlestick itself has retraced all the way up here in an area of resistance. And what that looks like in our RSI is essentially going to be considered to be overbought here. Again, at our RSI number is at 72%. And once we get up to the 80% itself, then we may see that crossover of our K line and our D line initiating a sell opportunity. As the price itself is coming down, we can see today so far the wick at the very bottom is either shaven or a small little wick at the very bottom. And shaven just means that there's really no wick at the very bottom, essentially that the bears are trying to push the price, and the session is mainly near the 50% or lower than the 50% of the candlestick. So in a long term, if we want for our weekly chart to retest a 20 moving average, essentially we need to close above our 20 moving average here. And what we can see with the Bollinger Bands reacting on a daily time frame is that it's expanding, meaning higher volatility. There's a lot of risk, but the price is going to move fairly quickly here. And what we can see here is our volume profile off to the side. Our profile session initiates and just shows us that we have a lot of activity either buying or selling at the 12-cent range here, all the way down to the 1163. So this is going to be the supply and demand that price is going to want to lead to and bounce and fluctuate between resistance and support. Now, one of the leading factors we can measure is momentum using our MACD indicator, and we have it really, really nice here as we can see the fading of the red flipping over to the green at a key area of our fib, which is 61%, which is the golden number of our fib. And essentially, we do want to continue on and close tomorrow above our 20 MA in hopes for a long-term bullish rally for CRO. So going into immediate short term for 1 hour, you guys, we can see again huge selling pressure for this hour, but the previous hour itself, we kind of have, essentially a hammer candlestick. If we wanted a bullish hammer hammer candlestick, we needed to close above the body of the actual previous hammer candlestick. So it doesn't look too good for this rally to reverse at this downtrend because number one, we see the RSI already flipped over for a selling opportunity here. We see the crossover at this hammer candlestick coming down, but most importantly here is we're hoping to hold our support at the 20 moving average. Again, if we don't hold the support here, it's going to break the rally of this uptrend in immediate short term for 1 hour down to a downtrend. So you can see here really nice pumps, really nice support from the 20 MA. As we are moving further away from it, the MACD indicator showed us a huge volume and huge momentum on the bullish rally side. As we made really short pullbacks, price continued to remain holding at the 61% of our fib at 11,430. So if we are going to cross right over our 20 moving average, essentially we're going to retest our 20, we're going to retest the 61% of our fib again to see if this is going to hold and is going to be reliable. Now, one of the things again is our RSI. If we see that crossover around the 61% or 1143 range, then we will hold the support and we're going to come back up and retest our next area of our fib retracement, which is 11,840. But do anticipate some pullbacks today, as again, CRO does show 488%. So people are most likely going to push the price as high as they can to ultimately drop the coin and profit even more. So just be very, very careful about that. So that's my video on CRO. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe down below, but I'll see you next time. Bye.